And Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm doing real well, guys. Nice to speak with you today.
Yeah, it's awesome. We're really looking forward to it. We know that you're coming into town next week. The Strictly Hip, and I've seen the name of this band over and over the time and time again, and that's why I wanted to contact you, because I'm going to go down to this show at the Warehouse next Saturday, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, man. How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling real good. This week is kind of special because we're going to be doing it's the 25th anniversary of the Tragically Hip's release of Phantom Power.
Nice. Yeah.
So we're going to be performing Phantom Power, every song, in order, note for note, word for word.
Cut
Cool
for
as it
cut.
gets, man. Cool as
Yeah,
it gets.
that's awesome. That is awesome.
That's very hard to do, Jeremy, to take an album like that that everybody knows. You know, that's the thing. Everybody knows the Tragically Hip and all the songs. And for you to attempt that, I mean, you got to have it 100%, right?
Absolutely. We've dedicated our lives to it. Much like a scholar might dedicate their life to a poet or
Nice.
a writer or something.
Yeah.
We've done that for the hip. So we're all in.
Strictly Hip, yeah.
Yeah.
When did
We're all
you
in.
get together with the band? When did you start with the idea of doing Tragically Hip music?
I started doing it in 1995.
Oh, wow.
St. Catharines.
In St. Catharines?
In St. Catharines.
Okay.
I'm from Shirkston.
Oh, really?
And in
lucky
1999, we started playing in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And now I live in Buffalo. The band is based in Buffalo. We're just playing. We still do Canadian shows, but the majority of our shows are in the United States.
Now, Jeremy, how do you find the American audience reaction to music by the Tragically Hip?
Well, they're very passionate about it.
Sure are.
But it's not like Bruce Springsteen or Leonard Skinner. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, there are pockets of fandom, basically where Canadian radio, where people could hear the hip on the radio.
Right, yeah.
So we do all along the Great Lakes and up along St. Lawrence River over into Vermont. We play. We've had residencies I think we've had 3 residencies in Las Vegas.
Wow.
We play all over the country.
Do you play did you ever play in Cleveland, Detroit, Toledo, places like that?
Not Cleveland. We had a Detroit gig booked, I believe it was last year, around this time last year.
Oh, wow.
And there was a weather something.
Yeah. Well, the wind just blows right in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you learn the music, like the performance, like getting, like, do you go that deep, getting like the moves and the looks of like Gord Downey down?
No.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we don't do like an impersonation act.
Yeah.
Ours is, we have 5 world-class musicians.
Yeah, your style
And-
playing the hip music.
Yeah, we play it. You'll never, like, if you come to see us, you're never going to feel funny. You're never going to feel embarrassed or like cringy or anything like that. It's just a rock and roll band that plays the hip really well.
That's what I like. I think that's really cool. Yeah, it's a good in-your-face band that know how to play the hip, and you dedicate yourselves to playing the hip.
Yeah, that's it. We just love it. And it's everything that we do, it all comes from the heart, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's been something that people like about the way that we do it.
We love music.
You were
that comes from
talking
the heart.
a minute ago about poets, and Tragically Hip, of course, Gord Downey puts together stories. He makes the stories into songs. And when you sit and you listen to the lyrics, and I know women really like to listen to the lyrics in particular, and they mean something to people. And they can name every song and every album that the hip has put out, and you guys probably know that as well. Yeah. But the fan base is really a dedicated fan base, and you miss a note, and they're going to call you out on that. But you guys have been playing since 1995 as the Strictly Hip, or something else?
Yeah, that's been the band name since '95.
So that's a long time you guys been playing Strictly Hip.
Yeah. These boys have been around. They know how to do it. What I know that on the show coming up December 9th at the Warehouse, I know that's dedicated to the Phantom Power. But would you say is your favorite era of the hip? Because to me, they kind of break down into different eras. There's like the Bob Cajun stuff, the old stuff, the Highway Girl, all that kind of stuff. What was your favorite?
I'm so intimate with the music. I go through phases with it.
Yeah.
So, but right now,
I agree.
Like I'm so into that era, that late '90s, early 2000s era.
Me too. Yeah.
I was listening to Phantom Power this morning, and I was thinking about the first time I heard it on a drive back from a gig in Windsor, down Highway 3. And I remember it like like that, what synesthesia is, like you can smell things when you hear music.
Yeah.
Like I could smell my Ford Taurus. So I'm like, right now, I'm just like elbows and knees, everything into Phantom Power in that era.
Beautiful.
And I love it. I love it all, man. I love it all.
You never get tired of it.
Have you ever met the hip?
Don't.
Have you ever met the hip in your life?
Yeah, absolutely.
As the band, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
For sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just this. It's an obsession. And it's like it's all, like I said, it's all out of love and the hip guys are aware of what we're doing.
Now, Jeremy, remember the passing of Gord Downey.
Yeah.
That must have hit you like a brick, pretty hard.
Yeah, it did, and I think it really hit everyone because that music, as a Canadian and as a fan, like it's part of us, right? It's part of our culture, and so it's like you go to bed listening to the hip. It's your sad times, your happy times, everything. So I think everybody really felt it, and I think we're all aware of the reaction across the country, and that reaction is very similar with hip fans here in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, do they realize it's a Canadian thing when you're down playing in the States, or do they just think it's a...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they know, eh?
Yeah, so like last week, we did a show in Clayton, New York, which is kind of across the St. Lawrence from Kingston. Mm-hmm. So you see people, they show up and they're wearing hip T-shirts, but they're wearing Headstones T-shirts and they're wearing Glorious Sons T-shirts. So everybody knows what it is.
Everybody knows what's up. That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what's up, Pat Porter.
Now, do they throw out a request to you, or just tell them at the beginning that you're going to play this album note for note and cut for cut?
We do it a bunch of different ways. So that, like something like this, we let people know in advance, yes, we're going to be doing the Phantom Power record on Saturday at the Warehouse. But we also do little things like in January, we're doing a show called Hockey Songs and Murder Ballads.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
So the first set is all the hip hockey songs, and the second set is all like murder songs.
Oh, that's genius.
So what we try to do is just always come up with new ways.
Yeah, create new concepts.
New, just interesting ways to enjoy it, and we like the way that we do things. We don't necessarily play bars. Like we try to. It's more of an experiential thing.
An event. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll try to play. Like we played in St. Catharines before at the Warehouse and done like some set lists that the hip have done in St. Catharines.
Okay.
And so people get it. They understand. Like, oh yeah, I went to that show.
That's right.
At wherever Meridian Center.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to come and I want to see that show again.
Yeah.
And I want to hear it again.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
So it's just like coming up with cool ways to hear the hip.
Now, Jeremy, what do you do when you're done with the entire album that you play at the show?
Well, this week we'll do the Phantom Power for the first set, and then we'll take a little break, and then we'll come out and just play, you know, some favorites and some deep cuts, and just kind of have a fun, throw a hit party, you know.
Oh yeah, okay. So then at that point, people kind of are free to say, you know, can you play this for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, people yell stuff all the time.
I'll bet they do. Yeah. But women throw things on the stage at you.
That hasn't happened. I had a dude throw a beer at me a couple weeks ago.
Oh, no. That's not what we want. Yeah.
What about an encore? What do you play? There are probably several songs you use for encores. Anything in particular that really lights everything up?
Yeah, we, you know, again, it's like kind of go through phases with it. And we'll find like, right now we're really playing Nautical Disaster really well.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it tonight, or you know, there's so many.
Yeah.
And there's no, like, with the fans themselves, like the hit fans, that I don't think there's any, like, differentiation between, like, a hit and a deep cut. Like, they just want to hear something beautiful.
They just want to hear it, man. Everybody loves a hip. It's great music for everything, whether you're sitting around the bonfire or you're sitting at the bar. It just changes everything. It changes the energy, and it's great energy. And that's why I love the Strictly Hip, man. Masters of the music of the tragically hip. The Strictly Hip, Pat Porter.
Yeah. Saturday night. What's the date on that? December
9th. Yeah.
December 9th at the Warehouse in St. Catharines. Get your tickets at warehouseniagara.com. Performing the Hips classic album, Phantom Power. It's the 25th anniversary, and these boys, the Strictly Hip, are playing it track by track, in order, word for word, note for note. You don't get any better than that, Pat Porter.
Oh, you got that right, for sure. You know, you guys...
Oh, yeah, boys. You guys want to come? You let me know. We're going to throw it down.
Yes. That's how we're doing it at the Warehouse Saturday night, Pat.
You got it. We're going to be there. Jay Moore's going to be there in disguise, but that's how he does. He travels around like that all the time anyway. Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, great talking to you. And thank you very much for taking. You took a lot of time to tell us about this.
Yeah, it was cool.
Appreciate it.
Anytime, guys. I'll talk about the hip and the ultra.
Yeah, well, it's cool, man. We're looking forward to it. We're going to see you next Saturday. The Strictly Hip on all your socials, and get your tickets at warehouseniagara.com, Pat Porter.
All right. Hey, Jeremy.
Thanks, boys.
All right. Have a great rest of the weekend, Jeremy. We'll talk to you again real soon for sure.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's play the Wheat Kings, sir.
Thank
you, Jeremy. You got it.
Thank you.
Take care now, Jeremy. Bye now.